Okay, so Loki Season 2 just got a ton of new moments in the Disney Plus 2023 teaser, and I'm gonna break down everything you missed and get you ready for Loki Season 2, because this trailer actually gives us a ton of information from the upcoming season. I honestly don't know if they meant to give us this much information, but I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of what's going on, and we're just gonna jump into it here. So I'm not gonna take this trailer in chronological order because it is a sizzle reel, so there's no way any of this is actually beat by beat. It's not a Loki specific trailer. It was a trailer for Disney Plus as a whole. They just happened to use a lot of Loki because I think it was their most popular show. So to kick it off, we've actually got Loki falling through the TVA. And what's interesting about this shot is I'm pretty sure this is just him running from the alternate Mobius. Maybe they like called for backup or something and he was like, this isn't gonna work out, and he jumped, but really he's wearing the same outfit as he was at the end of season 1. So I don't see how this could be even any later into the episode than a couple of minutes. And I do like that they are picking up at the exact same spot. I saw Eric Voss talking about this too. It's just really nice that they're keeping that kind of continuity for a show based on time itself. But speaking of the outfits, the wardrobe in this sizzle reel is actually a major part of why we know what we know, and a major part of the theory that I have for you guys. I've not seen anybody talk about anywhere on YouTube, so I'm super excited to share it with you because hopefully I'll be right and I can just be like, look at this video, I am a Marvel genius. Anyway, now funnily enough, the most interesting thing here is actually Sylvie's clothes. She's in 70s McDonald's outfits and in like a weird grungy basement that's giving me like that 70s show vibes. And if we can just step back for a moment and imagine like a personal prison for Sylvie, would it not be taking orders all day and not having like any personal autonomy? Stay with me for a sec. So for sure, at some point, Sylvie's gonna be stuck in the 70s working at McDonald's. Whether or not it's by choice, we don't know. But here's the kicker. We actually have footage of Mobius and Loki wearing these like weird ruffle suits that are really popular in the 70s. They actually look kind of cool, but they're really popular in the 70s. Now, one idea I actually had here is that she actually might be put in the 70s by Kang the Conqueror as some sort of punishment or time loop. We've seen the TVA do smaller versions of this stuff before, where Loki just continually got the crap beat out of him. But if the Scarlet Witch can handle making an entire town her own, you can't tell me that Kang can't make a little section of the 70s, or even legitimately just stick her in the 70s and somehow control everything enough to where she can't get out. And this is where it gets juicy, because now if we look over at the fact that we've got Loki and Mobius in 70s suits and a kind of zoned out looking Sylvie in the 70s, it looks like we've got Loki and Mobius trying to sneak in some sort of time prison thing in the 70s and save Sylvie, which makes the line that Mobius says in the trailer even funnier.
A little over the top, don't you think?
I'm gonna pause the video for just a second and say that if you guys are enjoying this at all, or if you want any more Marvel content like this in your sub box, if you like this kind of content here on YouTube, please drop me a sub down below. This is a brand new channel, it's a brand new project I'm trying out, and I would really love the opportunity to talk about Marvel and break stuff down for more of you guys. Now, going back to this shot we get, I really don't think these are variants of Loki, mostly because they're identical, and the way Mobius asks if it's over the top, it just feels like how Mobius might respond to Loki spawning two of himself with that fancy Asgardian magic of his, especially if they're trying to keep a low profile in some sort of time prison. Now, speaking of Kang so much, one thing this trailer doesn't give us at all is Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror or He Who Remains. Now, obviously, He Who Remains is dead at this point, but we don't even get any shots, any voices, we don't get a single whisper of who is going to be the biggest, baddest villain, for sure of 2023, but I think 2023, 2024, and 2025. And the reason that is, I'm guessing, is probably because of Quantum Mania. See, Loki Season 2 is actually set to release in the summer of 2023, which coincidentally is after Kang is set to bust open the multiverse with Ant-Man Quantum Mania in February. So it's safe to say that Loki and Mobius are going to have a lot to deal with that we're not even anticipating right now. There's some conflicting opinion on the internet about whether or not Kang is like sick in Quantum Mania, or that he's just that goated that he only uses his moves sparingly. I really can't say either way. I feel like sick or maybe low power or like maybe stuck in the quantum realm on some level might be the thing. So my thought is by the end of Ant-Man Quantum Mania, we're gonna have a crazy powerful Kang who is no longer restricted, who is just no holds barred, tearing his way across the multiverse, and that's still with a ton of unanswered questions about Loki Season 2 in general. If Sylvie really is in a horrific Kang-style time prison like The Good Place, why is she even there in the first place? Like, do you guys think the fact that she murdered He Who Remains and kind of broke apart the timeline is going to change how Loki feels about her? Or do you think he's still going to be smitten with her either way? Because at the end of the day, he really is just like smitten with the mirror.